Welcome back to the Vans family. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the firmament, the dome, and some questions that one of our viewers, a dedicated Glober, asked us. And honestly, these are easily answered when you stop relying on government-issued narratives and start using the modern tools at our disposal. Let's go through them one by one. First, a flat Earth map with a scale to measure distance. The most commonly used is the azimuthal equidistant projection. It places the North Pole at the center and spreads out the continents. Distances radiating from the center are accurate, but as you move outward, you need to adjust. This model is used for airline route planning in the southern hemisphere by many researchers who show how routes make more sense on a flat plane than on a globe. Second, air pressure at elevation. On the flat Earth model, we don't invoke gravity, we use density and buoyancy. Air pressure decreases with altitude because the denser air sits below and the less dense above. The rate of change isn't described by the derivative of z with respect to p equals negative rho multiplied by g, but by empirical measurements of density gradients which actually match what we see without assuming gravity. Third, the north and south celestial poles. What we call the south celestial pole is not a single point, but a circular motion of stars observed from different southern locations. On a flat Earth under a dome, the luminaries rotate around the central axis, the North Star, and the perspective from the outer ring makes it appear as if there's a second pole. This is a perspective effect created by the dome, not proof of a globe. Fourth, Halley's Comet. From a flat Earth view, Halley's Comet is not a dirty snowball orbiting the sun millions of miles away, but a luminary with a predictable path inside the firmament. Ancient astronomers tracked its cycles long before Newton's gravity. The periodicity is based on its circuit, not on a heliocentric orbit. Fifth, the Mercator projection. Yes, it's a globe projection, but navigators used it because straight lines of bearing rhumb lines appear straight, which simplifies course plotting. It doesn't prove a globe, it's just a mathematical convenience that can be adapted to any model. In fact, the azimuthal equidistant projection is used by organizations like the UN as their emblem, which looks exactly like the flat Earth map. 6. A lunar eclipse. In the flat Earth model, the eclipse is caused by an as yet unidentified body, sometimes called the shadow object or Rahu, that passes between the sun and the moon. It's not the Earth's shadow because on several recorded eclipses, the sun and moon are both above the horizon. This hidden body better explains those anomalies. Seventh, while we all see the same face of the moon, even when standing on different sides of it, in the dome model, the moon is much closer and smaller than claimed. It's like looking at a billboard in the sky. Everyone in the area sees the same face because it's presenting the same side to observers. The dome acts like a lens to maintain that orientation. Eighth, the sun's oblong light distribution. A small local sun rotating over a flat plane creates a circular spotlight. However, due to the refractive properties of the atmosphere and the dome, the light can appear stretched or oblong at certain angles. The math used by flat Earth researchers models the sun as about 5,000 kilometers above the Earth, and the inverse square law of light combined with atmospheric refraction creates the patterns we observe. So there you go, 8 questions, 8 answers. When you step outside the globe paradigm and actually use the tools at our disposal, time-lapse photography, flight paths, and our own senses, the dome and the flat plane beneath it make sense of the observations that the globe can't. Thanks for watching. Whether you're a glober or a flat earther, the important thing is to question, test, and think for yourself. This has been the Vans family, and we'll see you in the next video. where we keep unveiling the truth one question at a time.